All right, the great Charles Davis was on the call there and saw this front and center. Love having him on the program. Charles, what was the key today in your mind that allowed Buffalo to win this game? They got off to a good start and then, sort of continue to apply the pressure.
Well, it started with the aggressiveness of this team and the mindset. They were embarrassed, whether they wanted to use the word or not, in the loss to New England in Buffalo. Not because you lose to New England. No one's ever embarrassed about that, right, Eric? It's 46 runs, 222 yards. A rookie quarterback only has to throw it 3 times in the game, and they beat you. That's where the embarrassment was, because everyone has pride. As a former defender, we always said it feels a lot better mentally if you throw it in the end zone rather than you run it in the end zone or you run it down our throats. And that's what Buffalo was combating in this game. They came out aggressive, wanting to put that behind them. They did it on offense. They controlled the line of scrimmage on defense a lot of the game. You saw all of that. The other part was something you were mentioning, Eric. This ball, it was in the hands of Josh Allen, and he took care of it very well for the most part, running, throwing, willing his team. And if you had Isaiah McKenzie before the ball game as your star of the game, then I'm hanging with you forevermore after that. I knew he'd be somewhat of a factor, but he had a career game, and he was tremendous. Made the loss of Cole Beasley negligible in this one.
Yeah, also Gabriel Davis was out as well, so we were looking for somebody to step up. And we knew the Patriots are excellent, the best in the NFL against the tight end. So if they were going to be able to take away Dawson Knox, and you weren't going to have Gabriel Davis, and you weren't going to have Cole Beasley, it was going to be Diggs, and it was going to be somebody else, and you mentioned that somebody else. They also ran the ball pretty well, though. And I worried about Buffalo's offensive line coming into this game, and they also had an injury early on in this game. But when you look, is that offensive line, are they going to be good enough against good teams coming down the pike if Buffalo wants to be and have the kind of season that they ultimately want to have?
Eric, I don't know that any of us would have thought that. But the way that they played today, they're mixing and matching. It goes back to off-season. It goes to OTAs. It goes to minicamp. It goes to how they operate during the week. They do a lot of where guys will play guard for one series, tackle for a series. You play guard here, you play center, to account for when you have these sudden changes. The loss of the offensive lineman today was like Butker. He gets hurt. He had been a backup last year, became a starter this year, was playing pretty well for them. Darrell Williams started the season at right tackle, moved into right guard. He had to bounce back and forth between the two today. Deion Dawkins is in the Pro Bowl. He didn't start because of COVID issues, and they were worried about conditioning. He had to come in at left tackle. Spencer Brown started left, went to right tackle. You get the idea. They mix and match so well. And the way that they run offense, pass first, run second, I think this line is good enough to play against the better teams because Josh Allen often will make whatever they do right instead of wrong.
Lastly, let's go from the New England side here. It's only one game, right? And we always try to make sure we don't overreact to any one game. But what gave you pause today with New England? What changed your mind about the Patriots today, if anything?
Not much changed my mind, Eric, and not much gave me pause. But the scenario that they were worried about and what the league has been talking about, I think came to chance today, came up for them. Meaning this: can people slow us down enough running the football or play enough from the front that Mac Jones has to be the focal point of our offense, not us being able to run it, take care of clock, those things. Buffalo wanted to get that done. The league playing against Mac Jones wants that to happen. Now we've got 2 weeks in a row. Indianapolis got out to that 20-0 lead. Mac Jones played pretty well in the second half, but they didn't reel him in because of Jonathan Taylor. In this ball game, they get up again, a couple touchdowns late. Now he has to be the guy. Until they prove they can break through that way, that's what the league's going to want to do. That's the blueprint everyone will follow until Mac Jones proves otherwise. And I'm not saying he's not capable. He didn't have all of his weapons either, but that's how people are going to want to play. So that's what we've been looking forward to seeing, Eric. New England wasn't, but the rest of us are wanting to see if that was true. I think we've seen it 2 weeks in a row now.
There is nobody I like or respect better on the telecast than Charles Davis. Thank you very much for coming on. Great job as always.
Take care, Eric.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.